Alright, we finally made it on the ship. How long do you think we have before the humans figure us out? Shut up. Just grab all the shinies. But there are so many barrels. There has to be some shinies in them. Leave them alone. Grab that chest over there. Well, wait, what does this one say? It has a bunch of red writing. What? No! It says no? Don't bring that torch so close to the gun pot.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Curious Owlbear, and I bet you didn't think I'd get another intro in after that goblin mischief. Goblins, filthy miniature miscreants that we all love to hate. This is another monster that has been banned from certain tables for its overuse. But today, we're exploring how you can add a little twist to the classic goblin to make it an extremely fun, low-level creature. The Monster Manual version of the goblin is quite simple, depicting a rather unintelligent but crafty humanoid soldier. It's recommended that you use them in an ambush against your players, as they have decent stealth proficiencies and strong attacks for low levels. However, this type of encounter can become boring fairly quickly. Let's go over a few types of goblins that will have your players guessing at the true nature of these little creatures. Not all goblins need to be hostile to your party. Some MMORPGs, like World of Warcraft, show another side of goblins. They focus on engineering prowess, which is on par with gnomish engineering, although goblin creations tend to be functional, with little thought for aesthetics. As such, the MECHANIST is a great alternative to the normal goblin. The MECHANIST goblin uses fire and smoke bombs, heavy crossbows, and may even have a shield guardian accompanying him. The shield guardian will be almost frightening in its appearance, a Frankenstein monster comprised of salvaged parts from various other machines. But it will be extremely functional and deadly. I like to stock goblin cities with many of these mechanist types. They perform all sorts of functions around the city, from repairing wagons to installing new steam engines which power the city gates and defenses. Goblins can also be extremely cunning and charismatic. For some, their love of coin drives them to improve their interpersonal skills, becoming traders or merchants. Goblins who are more self-centered and ambitious drive harder bargains, not giving much thought to the plights of the poor. I think these merchants can be a lot of fun, and I try to use goblin merchants in many cities. They usually sell ores, metals, and gems, as they normally have a strong connection with a goblin mine nearby. These goblins have the personality of an early 1900s gangster, a la Al Capone, which can make for some truly entertaining role-playing moments. Other goblins are slightly more mischievous in their endeavors. As your adventurers are walking through a crowded market square, the wizard feels a bump near his backpack, and upon investigating, finds his wand of fireballs has been stolen. Rushing around the corner into an alleyway, the group sees the lone thief trying to scramble over a 10-foot wall. They run to grab him, successfully doing so, but as they turn back towards the market square, they see a group of 10 goblins blocking their way. The clever KLEPTO goblin stares up at the group's barbarian and smiles with a full set of yellowed pointed teeth. The clever KLEPTO can be an innocent way to have a little fun with the party, or he could be the beginning of a serious story arc. The goblin I just described has some malicious intent, but other KLEPTOs might just be trying to survive. They could even become useful, reliable members of an adventuring group. The 3 goblins that I just outlined will get you started in creating some more interesting characters. Let's get into a couple of other suggestions. As I previously mentioned, I love putting goblins and gnomes at odds. Both races can be extremely competitive, arrogant, and creative, so in my world, their cities, philosophies, and goals are very similar. The gnomes are often drawn to magical sources of energy for their creations, while the goblins invented the steam engine. Each of the 2 races use their different technological advantages to try to win an ongoing arms race. They even compete in a semi-friendly annual competition similar to BattleBots, where teams of goblins or gnomes pit their fighting robots against each other in arena combat. Another aspect of goblin nature is their strong skills in breeding and raising animals. Goblins can combine their technological prowess with their animal handling abilities to create beasts of war such as wargs outfitted with battle armor. The goblins may have to team up with their hobgoblin cousins to make this happen, but this can be a good way to increase the goblins' longevity during a campaign. Finally, goblins are a curious race, so they will always be experimenting. Good subjects for experimentation include their servants, constructs, and elementals. These experiments may be performed out of true scientific curiosity or a drive to conquer a foe, but these experiments can become interesting subjects for your party to investigate over time. I hope you've enjoyed our in-depth look at the Goblin. If you're going to use one of these recommendations in your world, let me know about it. Until next time, stay curious, adventurers.